We begin with Punchline at the Tricorny Yards. She asks what all of this is. Are these all the shipments they requested? Underbroker tells her yes, he personally checked the documents. They're all hers, completely legitimate. Punchline can't believe it, it's only been a day. Underbroker tells her they've already surpassed the orbit of the supply ships en route to nearby ports. In one case, he even made the call to buy the ship outright. Punchline is grateful. Being disgustingly rich is incredible. She absolutely loves it. Now she tells her crew that once they finish loading everything, they're going straight to Ace Chemicals. The boss wants the new formula ready by the end of the day. One of them asks her about security. How are they going to pull all of this off without any? Punchline tells him they are the security. But what he means is that the guys have been talking. To get to Ace Chemicals, they have to go through the Narrows. And the clowns haven't wanted to go through the Narrows lately. Punchline attacks him. He needs to speak fast, make her care. The clown apologizes, but 12 of his companions were killed yesterday in the Narrows. Punchline tells him that whoever killed them weren't bats. They weren't bats because bats don't kill. The clown says it wasn't a bat. It was something else, something stranger. And what exactly happened? Well, when they were using the Batmobile, someone stepped in their way. That mysterious figure used gasoline to douse the Batmobile the clowns were driving, only to then light a match and set the vehicle on fire. His name is Clown Hunter. He's sorry if it sounds bad to them, but he's going to be the Clown Hunter. Punchline is furious about this story. If they're scared to pass through the Narrows, then they'll have to go around them. But she wants them to keep something in mind. This, right here, is the key to the Joker's grand plan for Gotham City. It's going to help create an entirely new strain using his old toxin. And they have to decide right now who they're truly more afraid of. A kid, or the one who's about to kill Batman. Now we move to the theater where we left off in the previous chapter. The Joker continues tormenting Batman. The Bat has never been the kind to look failure in the face. But here it is, his failure, ready to tear him apart. Some of these bags of bones have been rotting in the ground for years. Some are much fresher. Which ones does he think are angrier? The ones that were here at the beginning, when he was a very different kind of clown, when he underestimated how many victims there would be, or the more recent dead, those who died knowing that the longer they lived, the closer they came to the Reaper? He supposes it doesn't matter. They're all angry, all disappointed. All of them want the Bat dead. Now, the Joker thinks they're getting a bit impatient, to be honest. He thinks it's better if things go according to his plan. Killing Batman is easy, it wouldn't hurt enough. But making everyone in this city relive their childhood trauma, now that's what the Joker calls fun. They just have to imagine it. Everyone will come to see his special cut of the fox. They won't be able to stop themselves. He's offering too much money. They'll feel the way he felt that night at the theater. All the drama, the romance, the power of the old legend. And in the end, he'll reveal the truth. That years ago, little Bruce Wayne was just like all of them. Then the bad man came with the gun, and surviving that turned him into Batman. And he'll ask them, what will this turn you into? Before the gas stars fill the clubs, Alfred begs Batman not to listen to him. Batman is trying, but Punchline's toxin is still too strong. It's twisting reality around him. Joker approaches Batman. What Batman is seeing is impossible, but he just needs to focus on the sound of his voice, keep himself grounded. The Joker attacks Batman. Batman tries to convince himself that Joker isn't real either. He's losing control. Hearing his voice twists his mind. He needs him to shut up. Joker attacks again. He's not exactly the type to stay quiet. He's the voice of God. The great Oz screaming from the big screen, roaring his way into Batman's brain, just as he will with the rest of them. Maybe some of those Gothamites will escape and try to fight them a few decades from now, after he's built his new world upon the ashes of the old one. It's a pleasant thought. They'll probably hate him too, just like all those corpses. But they weren't there to stop him, and they'll know the truth. Batman tries to escape, and to do so, he throws a batarang that detonates a bomb. He had asked the Joker to be quiet. The toxin is too strong. He can't trust his eyes, but he doesn't need them to fight. A good bat knows how to fight blind. Batman ties a bandage over his eyes and begins to fight. As he does, he takes down all his opponents. Alfred tells him they're relentless. He won't be able to hold out for long. Batman says he doesn't have to. He just needs to move to the center of the battlefield, close enough for those monstrous nanobots to be within range of his EMP device. Alfred warns him that if he does, he'll cut the radio frequency and lose his signal. Batman tells him he knows. but it's the only option he has left. Batman activates the electromagnetic pulse, wiping out all the zombies attacking him. For the moment, Batman is stable. He just needs to put one foot in front of the other. As he leaves the theater, he recalls that memory from when he was a child, when they walked down Crime Alley. Batman desperately begs his parents to stop, but at that moment, he's struck from behind. It's Harley Quinn. She's back. Meanwhile, we're with the real Joker, who's meeting with Punchline. He has to tell her something. He never thought he'd grow to appreciate the finer things. He was just a small street clown, and there was that stuck-up nose. He just wanted to stick a knife in that whole face. But high society life sticks to you, like some kind of horrible golden snot. He has to ask Punchline, isn't all of this beautiful? From up here, people look like little fleas jumping around Gotham, and they're here to gas them all. Punchline isn't sure. Batman is still alive. Joker is going to explain to her how all of this works. The clown makes his move. The Bat makes his. Everything goes in turns. And right now, he's too confused by that beautiful toxin of punchlines to make a move. For now, they have a break. A moment to savor the anarchy in the streets. Punchline doesn't know what she's about to taste. Something is happening in the Narrows. A teenager is killing her clowns. One of her men, half burned to death, managed to tell her that the boy calls himself Clown Hunter. He even hijacked one of their trucks and was heading straight to Ace Chemicals. To the Joker, this is wonderful. Gotham's vigilantes, they don't kill. All their little birds and bats. It's one of the city's rules. Whenever one of them gets the stupid idea to put on a mask, they follow the rules. They're simple. But this right here, is beautiful. That horrible kid took the rule book and threw it overboard. Either way, they can't let that boy keep killing their people. Punchline needs to send in the heavy hitters to crucify him in the streets. That way, the city will know they don't tolerate this kind of thing. They need to send a strong message. And then it will be time to focus on her old girlfriend. Harley Quinn must die this time. Punchline needs to understand one thing. If she really wants to break Harley, there's only one way. She has to get under her skin and attack her at the heart. Meanwhile, we're back with the Bat. He wakes up after Harley Quinn's brutal hit. Harley apologizes. They really need to stop meeting like this. People might start thinking they're in love. Batman asks where they are. Harley tells him this is Eden, or at least that's what Pamela calls it. Poison Ivy built this paradise for Harley in the cave system beneath the park. After the rough time she had with Mr. J, she wasn't sure she could recover. But he poisoned her. This place was a kind of rehabilitation clinic. That's why she brought Batman here. One of Poison Ivy's rules is that no one should wear clothes in this place. But she doesn't think Batman could allow that. If any of these plants still carried traces of her personality, they'd probably try to eat him. This was where Harley used to come with Ivy to clear her head. That was the point, at least. What she wants now is for Batman to drink this. With this drink, Batman will be able to counteract the effects of the poison that's driving him insane. The one that makes him fight people while blindfolded and talk to people who aren't even there. With it, he'll flush all those bad chemicals from his system. He has to trust her. After all, she is a doctor. There's something Harley has noticed about all this, and she has to tell the Bat. This isn't how Joker usually acts when he attacks. It's as if he's changed his priorities. The math behind all of this is upside down, and only the Bat can solve it. But this crazy version of Batman isn't going to solve anything. So he needs to drink the herbal antidote, and he better not pout, or she'll hit him with her giant hammer. Suddenly, as soon as Batman drinks it, something begins to happen to him. He asks Harley what's happening. Harley's neck snaps, just like in his previous visions. She tells him that means it's working. Now Batman will be out for a while. He'll be flying at first, but then he'll purge the rest of that horrible substance from his system. It'll take a while, so she's going to leave him alone. Something starts happening to Batman. He thinks this isn't real. None of this can be real. Someone appears behind him and tells him they know. Alfred says he's terribly sorry, but he thinks it's time they had a talk. Meanwhile, we're with Scarecrow, who asks Riddler if he's afraid. Nigma tells him he's not afraid, he's just thinking. Crane asks if he's thinking about all the ways he's going to fail, imagining the Bat standing before him, countering each and every one of his moves. Nigma says no, that's not what he's doing, but Crane insists that's exactly what he always does. The Riddler tells him that he's the one who wanted to play this game. He didn't make him play it. But Scarecrow believes they're playing a different game. It's chess. They're playing chess. Deliberation isn't important. He'd even say crucial part of the game. He's not playing chess with him. Hearing all these words, the Riddler gets angry and attacks Scarecrow. From a distance, Penguin comments that all of this was predictable. Did anyone place a bet on how quickly Eddie would flip the board? Apparently not. What a shame. And speaking of which, there's something he wants to say to Miss Kyle. He sees she's graced them with her presence. She's healed quite well. Now they've come up with a little game with Eddie's help, a kind of bingo board, where they place bets on where the latest fires caused by Joker's henchmen will break out in the city. Firefly has been doing very well. Penguin thinks he might hire him for some jobs once this is all over. Selina tells him this is all her fault. She gave him the weapon he needed to do this. She gave him the money to fund his war. Penguin asks her not to underestimate herself. She gave him the money to win his war. Selina asks if there's been any sign of him, of Batman. Penguin tells her no. The bat seems to have been removed from the board. Selina hopes the bat can get himself under control. The city is suffering. It's calling out for him. But what she doesn't understand is why Batman hasn't shown up to save this city. Meanwhile, we're back with Bruce Wayne, who's been talking with Alfred in those hallucinations. Through it all, Alfred trusts that on some level, Bruce Wayne understands just how expensive it would be to keep a supercomputer from rusting away in a damp cave. Batman cuts him off. He wants him to see something. He had been reconsidering the usefulness of batarangs. He doesn't think they need to be just another kind of shuriken with a different shape and name. When he throws it, Alfred tells him he's going to need more compartments in his utility belt. Bruce replies that when he's done, the entire suit will be a utility belt. He's been talking with Lucius about miniaturization, and he thinks they'll soon have to tell him the secret. He's starting to name his work in the streets. Alfred hands him the belt. Every compartment and container can save a life, at least one life. And this will only be the beginning. Alfred asks if there's still a part of him that believes that's possible. His brain is searching his memories, trying to find the right kind of optimism. He desperately wants to be this version, but Bruce doesn't understand. What does Alfred mean? Well, what he means is that Bruce has the sharpest mind of any man he's ever known. But he has to realize this is just a memory. He's trying to find something to make himself feel better. Batman remembers. Harley gave him tea, and this Alfred isn't real, because he's dead. Alfred tells him yes, he's dead, but Bruce is not. He's been given the gift of stepping away from the action to take an aerial view, to see the bigger picture that he's never been allowed to see. He has no idea how long Miss Quinn's brew will take to purge the toxins from his system. Now if they're going to have tea, they should do it properly. We shift back to the edge of his memories with Harley Quinn. She knows Batman has had enough tea. He's probably seeing a full musical number singing and dancing right now. Batman, the Ice musical. Everyone with giant foam heads. Now she contacts Poison Ivy. If she's listening through her plants, this would be a good time to show up and tell her he's taken the correct dose. She needs those pointy ears to fix all of this. She wants this to be just a nice, quick day trip, not a whole weekend at Woodstock. Suddenly, someone approaches her from behind. She asks if they ever shut up. She really should have cut them a little deeper. Harley turns around and wonders if Pamela has arrived. But to her surprise, it's not Pamela, it's Punchline. Punchline asks Harley if she really thought that by bringing Batman here and giving him a little herbal tea, she was going to cure him. The truth is, that's kind of sweet, but Harley should have chosen a far less flammable place, because she should know Punchline is going to burn this whole place down. Back in the Bat's mind, Alfred asks him to tell him what he sees, what he's serving him. Bruce says it's his Darjeeling blend, the one from the cupboard to the left of the pantry, stored in a glass jar. He used to bring it to the cave in the moments when he was most disturbed and afraid. He thought Bruce didn't notice. He could tell him that he knew he was afraid, but he wouldn't say it out loud, and he was telling him that everything would be okay. He tried to make it the month after Alfred died, but it didn't taste the same. Alfred wants him to tell him what's wrong. Bruce says that Joker is using his family's money to tie up the legal system and keep his gangs on the streets, terrorizing and killing people. Joker has taken the fortune, the mansion, Wayne Enterprises. He poisoned Lucius and forced him to help modify his vehicles into deadly weapons. He's going to kill thousands. After forcing them to watch the same movie he watched the night he lost his parents. The death of Gotham, bought and paid for with the Wayne fortune. Alfred tells him he saw it from the beginning. Joker lives in a cold, dead world where the two of them are really the only living beings. He mocks love and family by bringing his minions close. He jokes about their families, their relationships, but he'd rather put a bullet in their heads if it gives him an advantage over the Bat. He puts so many lives at risk, so Bruce knows he can't save them all, because Joker knows Batman is his opposite. There's no difference to him between taking one life or a million, but for the Bat, there is. We return to the sanctuary. Harley continues fighting Punchline. Punchline is using a flamethrower to burn the entire place down. She thought Harley might like to have a little fun. The problem for Harley is that she now has to save not only her own life, but Bruce's as well. This would be a good moment for him to wake up. Punchline tells her that Batman isn't going to save her. He's not saving anyone. That toxin coursing through his system will take days of agony to purge, and by then, there won't be a single person left in this city for him to save. She has to stop hiding behind her failed hero. Harley tries to recover. She's right. She's not going to hide behind Batman. She'll hide behind this damn weapon. There's something she needs to tell Punchline. She's really starting to not like her. Trying to slit her throat was one thing, but then coming here to burn the only place in this stupid city where she still likes to be? She doesn't know how Joker twisted her. Punchline tells Harley she doesn't know anything. She never has, and she's sure she doesn't need a flamethrower to kill her. Harley says that's cute, but she needs to know that in their last fight, she went easy on Punchline. But this time, she's not holding back. Harley tries to attack, but Punchline defends herself. Does Harley really think she's somebody just because she had some kind of dumb epiphany after losing Joker? Someone who bought her own fame? Harley tells her she doesn't know what she's talking about. Punchline says of course she does. Everyone knows how pathetic Harley Quinn is. The brilliant young graduate student who got a job at Arkham to write her thesis on the worst of the worst. That's where she met Joker and discovered that beneath all that lipstick and horror was a sensitive man. And if only that rotten Batman would get out of the way, the two of them could be happy together. So she broke him out of the asylum, and he became her great love because she was too stupid to realize she was nothing but a means to an end, a way for him to escape that place. But what about Punchline? Who the hell is she? Punchline was in school when she saw the world collapsing around her and everyone pretending it wasn't. She pretended to go crazy. It took her a year to find him out there and join his cause, to destroy this fake society. It took her even longer to prove to him she was serious. She believes in Joker and what he represents. Punchline will stand by his side when he finally kills Batman, and they carry this war from city to city until everyone has heard the message. Harley tries to recover and tell her something. Punchline still hasn't realized they're exactly the same. Harley thought Mr. J had a heart, and Punchline thinks he has a brain. But she's not doing this for any of the reasons she thinks she is. He doesn't believe in anything. He's a manipulator, and he's manipulating her. Punchline tells Harley she doesn't understand. Harley just wants everyone to be as stupid as she is. Harley takes advantage of the moment to land a heavy punch on Punchline, then kicks her in the face. Harley feels sorry for Punchline, but not sorry enough not to kick her ass. There's nothing in this world Joker cares about more than that stupid bat. Those words deeply anger Punchline, who manages to recover. Harley is wrong, and she's going to prove it. She'll show Harley what Joker really believes once she kills Batman herself. We return to Alfred. He tells Bruce that he takes all of this far too seriously. But Batman is a child's dream, a dream that he could travel the world and learn every possible way to save everyone. And there's a part of him that still believes he can. And that dream is powerful and beautiful. He must hold on to it. But there is a weight in the promise he made to himself as a child, a weight that would crush any other man. And it has almost crushed him more times than he can count. Since he lost him, this is the closest he has ever seen him to being broken. Bruce simply lowers his head and apologizes. Alfred tells him no. He needs to listen and look him in the eyes. He spent too much time trying to save Alfred's life because he refuses to accept that he's dead. He's pushed away the people who remind him of that fact. He holds it against Tynion, who was sitting defenseless in a chair in front of him, just like it happened. He holds it against Richard, who wasn't himself enough to help him fight Bane. He holds it against Selina for making him feel it was safe not to come home for a while, for not wanting to come home. And then he tried to turn this city into what he thought Alfred would have wanted it to be, opening the doors to the devil himself. Batman tells him he knows, he's failed. But Alfred slaps him hard. That's not the message he's trying to give. This story isn't over. He is Batman. He must accept the world he lives in and accept what he can control. He must accept that he couldn't save Alfred and that he can't save him. He must also accept that he didn't save his parents and that he can't save them either. But he can save himself, and by doing so, he can save the lives of many people in this city he loves so much. Every life he saves is a victory against death, a victory against the Joker. Batman is calmer now, but he tells Alfred he can't do it alone. Alfred tells him, then don't. He must find his family, find his love, and take back his city. Let go of the weight. Let go of the guilt. He must let Alfred go and do what he needs to do. He must be the impossible man who saves every family on their way home from the theater. But there's a problem with all of this. Bruce doesn't want to wake up, because if he does, he'll no longer see Alfred or hear his voice. He can't do it without him. Alfred tells him he's a boy. He'll always be his boy, and he is doing all of this without him. Alfred is just a voice in his head, telling him what he needs to hear to steady himself and do what must be done. He has to realize he doesn't need Alfred by his side, next to the Bat computer, to know exactly what he would say in any given situation. So he has to wake up and tell this city who he truly is, who Batman is. The words have worked, and the Bat wakes up. Punchline can't believe it. He's awake, and that shouldn't be possible. The toxin is still in his system. Batman tells her the toxin no longer controls him, because he is Batman. Without effort, the Bat defeats Punchline. Harley says it's about time he did that. She had to sit through that pathetic, sad little story, and if she had to listen to one more minute of it, she would have had to kill herself. But there's something she needs to know. Is Batman thinking clearly? The Bat tells her that depends. Harley informs him the whole place is on fire. She burned it. Then yes, Batman's head is in the right place. He needs to reactivate his communication systems. Harley thought Joker had fried his circuits back at the theater. Batman tells her not to underestimate what he can fit into this belt. He calls it a battery. Now he communicates with the computer. This is Batman. I need you to find the family's location. He needs the entire Bat family to assemble right now. We return to Selina, who tells Penguin that she's leaving. Penguin says he's pretty sure he told her that's impossible. Selina tells him no, it won't be, because Penguin is coming with her, and that includes Nigma too. Penguin asks how she thinks she's going to recruit them during a Joker attack, of all things. Selina tells him she can recruit him, because she's going to make him a billionaire. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.